Okay, this is the semi-completed brewery. Just have a few odds and ends to finish up, like the temperature gauge and the sight glass on the side of the HLT, but as of right now it is a functional brewery. So starting in the HLT is actually my hop spider that's designed for the boil kettle. I could put my hops in there, put different specialty grains, and this will hold it out of the, so I could remove it easily from the boil. So the HLT is just a basic, empty keg. It's got the siphon down there, so I'd have to take its temperature and get a ruler to measure how many gallons I have right now until I get the sight glass set up. Got this little setup. Eventually I want to add a water filter on the bottom of the rig, so I'd pump the water through the water filtration system up into the HLT, and then when I close off that valve, I open this one up, come down through this T, cross the line. This valve would be closed, so it'll flow into the mash tun. The mash tun has a false bottom, and the water is returned through this side valve. Goes around, does a nice gentle whirlpool action, so it backfills first, and then the recirculation will pull it back through this valve, down this way, into the heat exchange pump. The heat exchange pump uses these tri-clamp fittings. Then there's a water heater in this area. Thermometer reads on the end, and that goes to the computer. So this is continuously recirculating through the entire mash process. This valve right here regulates the flow back into the mash tun. So we recirculate through the entire mashing process. It's a RIMS system, recirculating infusion mash system. Got a backup thermometer up here. When we're done our mash, we'd open this valve slowly, so that'll start draining the mashed wort into the boil kettle. At the same time, we shut this valve, so we stop draining water out of the mash tun back to the pump, and instead we open this valve. So that'll allow this T, water from the HLT will come in and back into the mash to do our fly sparge instead of pulling it out of the mash tun. So that fly sparge will complete, comes down this siphon hose into the boil kettle, and I'll fill up the boil kettle. This is where we'll do our 60 to 90 minute boil. Then when that's all done, we pump it out through this hose into the fermenter. That is a dang near completed brewery.